Well, how's everybody's week going so far?
It's going. We're here.
Yeah, we're alive. We woke up.
Yeah.
It's February.
Got more snow today.
Oh, that's fun.
It's warming up here. It's going to be like balmy. That's like springtime for us here this weekend.
Oh, really?
I was
Nice.
going to say, I was looking at Vegas and Arizona's weather, and they're abnormally cold at 69. So, going to feel like a heat wave next week.
Yeah.
Or this week.
Yeah, it'll be a change from your Indiana weather.
Yeah.
For sure.
It'll be nice.
Yeah, I just had the realization of this morning that really have 4 months to get convention kind of planned, because once June 1st hits,
Yeah. Toast.
it's really 4th of July season till middle of July, and then you have like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
What, I don't know how much you want to get into now, or do we want to wait and can start asking
Probably wait.
questions? Or
yeah, I guess it's up to you. Whatever you want to do. It's your show. I'm just the guest.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Pyro Unleashed. Tune in weekly as Donnie and David discuss all things pyro, from the business aspect of the industry to technical tips and mesmerizing pyro designs. On Pyro Unleashed, we invite cutting-edge experts to the podcast to discuss their role in making this industry a success. So, sit back and unleash your inner pyro with us.
Hey everybody, CJ here with Mux Board, and if you're serious about your firing system, you need accessories you can trust. I've been designing custom slats, breakout boards, adapters, and more for over a decade, and it kind of makes Mux Board the industry OG. Still not sure?
Hey everyone, Den Fireworks checking in here to say I have chosen Mux Board.
I'm Brian McVeigh, and I chose Muxboard.
And again,
I'm Joey Pewitz, and I choose Muxboard.
and again,
I'm Brandon, and I choose Muxboard.
and again,
Hi, I'm the Pyro Santa, and I use Muxboard.
and again.
I'm Canada, and I choose Muxboard.
Every Mux Board slat and breakout board is designed to meet or exceed IPC electronics industry standards. And that's a level of quality and reliability you're not going to see just anywhere. Don't settle for less. Head over to the new website and check it out for yourself. That's MUUXBRD.com. Now, let's get back to the podcast.
How's the planning been going, I guess?
Good. We had a fall meeting, and that went out really good. And a lot of it's just trying to get the logistics of things. You know, we haven't been here for 15 years.
yeah.
Things change, sure, but we've definitely changed the way we do a lot of stuff since then. So it's really just trying to figure out those logistics of what we're going to do or how we're going to do it, and things like that. But we're doing okay. I feel like I'm in panic mode now because I just realized 4 months, but you know.
And I mean, since the last time you were on, you got a new role.
Yeah,
You did?
I'm now
You took you got a promotion.
I got a promotion. Yeah. Now that they gave me the keys to the club, as I call it. It's
Well, congratulations
a
on
little
that.
crazy if you ask me. Yeah, it's been an adventure so far. That's for sure.
I'm sure.
Everybody asks me for approval, and I'm like, whatever you want to do, go for it. I mean, wow. What else do you want from me? You know? No, the other board members have been great. They're starting to come around. So and it takes you a little bit
Good.
when you get on, like Chad and Dan. It's taking a little bit to get the feet under them, but they're starting to come around. It's usually about this time after 6 months or so they kind of find your way, figure it out, if you will, or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, it's been good. Definitely been good. Excited to get one under my belt and kind of just move along.
I've had a lot of people ask, what's camping looking like? When does that release? And
yeah, camping is hopefully coming up soon. I just literally at 12 o'clock today Central Time got the bid for the power.
Okay.
That's been the biggest hang up of trying to figure out camping costs and stuff.
Yeah.
So, we just got to kind of get that figured out, put our costs together. Camping has never been a moneymaker for us. It's usually just we call it a net zero. We try not to lose any money.
Yeah.
So, it's just it's a pass-through cost. So my goal is to get it out in the next month or so.
Very good.
So people can start reserving camp spots. Most people want to rent campers. It takes time. You got to find stuff. So we're kind of behind the 8 ball on that. But United has had this for the last 4 months, and I finally called today and said, I got to get a number. You got to figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So we're getting there.
I guess before we get too much into maybe this year's convention, let's maybe a little bit of a recap of last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And kind of how you felt things went at the new site last year.
For a new site and us taking on the public operation, I thought it went great. I think there's always things you could tweak after you've been there and you see things and how things flow and stuff like that. You get that anywhere.
For sure.
The field being as muddy as it was and how the rain and how the drainage and stuff was not great. I think we can, next time when we go back, maybe use the south side of that field and try to make a roadway with something to get people out. But other than that, I thought the venue was great. I think it worked out as best as it could for the first time with trying to put this together. I mean, I don't think people maybe don't realize or remember, but we didn't start planning this site till November, beginning of December last year. So we really only had about 9 months to get it put together. So it was a task. The venue was happy with us. They'd like to have us back. And,
that's awesome.
We did back traffic up on the interstate, so that was great, and which is always a positive.
Yeah.
But we learned a lot from the public operation and of selling tickets and parking people and stuff. So, it's should help us a lot this year. We're doing the same thing with the operation of the public, but we definitely learned a few things about how to do that and be efficient at it, things like that. So no, I thought it went as good as it could have went.
Okay.
Yeah, I know when we had talked last year leading up to it, you said it was the opportunity for you guys to kind of run everything. I mean, what was it profitable for you guys to take on all of that extra work and extra expense?
Yes, we made some money, which was great. I mean, we didn't make like hundreds of thousands, but we made a little bit of money, which is always a positive.
Yeah.
We were really kind of hoping to break even as a positive type of a thing, just with the unknown of trying to market things and how do you get to these people and stuff. Rick O is our marketing guru, and he did a fantastic job. Like, every member should be grateful for the amount of time he put in and the things he wheeled and dealed with vendors to get was pretty impressive. So, I think it went great. One of the things we kind of learned, which I don't know that people really would ever think about because we didn't, we had what we called these VIP box seats. I think there were 12 seats. They're kind of in a roped off area in the public area, right in the front of the fence. we set the chairs up earlier in the day, just metal chairs, and got them all set up. And for everybody running back in the golf carts and stuff, they got all dusty. So right at the last minute, we had to go and wipe all these chairs down. Never in my wildest dream would I've ever thought that would have happened. So just some weird things like that you didn't really think about could happen, and did.
From a marketing perspective, do you think, obviously Rick did a phenomenal job. Is there things that we're looking at doing for the 26 convention to improve on what we did for the 25 convention?
Yeah, I think we're kind of using the same footprint, if you will. We did TV ads, we did radio ads. We bought a billboard down in Des Moines at the arena. They had 60 or 80 shows between the time we bought and our event, which was great. We ran ads in the theaters, which was great. I think we're kind of using the same footprint. We just signed a contract with the local radio station. They have 5 or 7 radio stations locally. So we're going to have a 3-month stint on the radio with them. We're working with a TV station to get TV ads. Currently, we're going to do the theater, the movie house thing again. We have a billboard at the racetrack.
Good.
So we kind of have the same approach type of a thing.
Yeah.
I think we should be okay in that sense. That's for sure.
Good. And how much does the house hold this year? How many people?
Well, we're going to start at 9,000.
Okay.
We think we have room for another 2,000, 1,500 somewhere in there. The capacity is 12,500, but some of that gets kind of cut out with our fall load area. So we're going to start at 9,000, and I think we might add some, we'll see. But if we can sell 9,000 on Saturday and Friday night, I think we're going to be pretty happy.
Yeah. So you kind of touched on something there that I think is going to be kind of a hot topic this year. Saturday night as opposed to Sunday night. You want to tell everybody a little bit about why the change and why why the PGI thinks this is going to be a much better solution this year?
Well, yeah, we'll have to go a little dig deep back of why to get to the why we changed. Typically, we would have shows on Sunday. If we did 3 nights, it'd be like a Sunday, Wednesday, Friday type of a scenario.
Yeah.
Back in Oshkosh in 23, we put 3,700-ish people in the stands on a Sunday night. That's the most I can ever remember being in a Sunday night. In Brainerd, we had 800. In Boone, we had, I want to say, 2,800. So you can see where, it's hard for people to want to come out on a Sunday night. They got to go to work the next day, or whatever the deal is, right? So when you have these display budgets and you try to divide them up amongst the nights, and you still have to put on a show for the members, you still got to put on a show for the public, and you get to this point where you're kind of like, man, we're only putting 2,000, 3,000 people in the seats. How can I justify spending $60,000 and know, that I'm losing 30 grand of it? So we kind of looked at it, and it kind of was like everybody keeps saying they want better shows and bigger shows and all this stuff. And really, the only way that we kind of came up with was, well, let's try a Saturday night. We've done it once before. It wasn't ideal. If we can get 8,000 or 9,000 people in on a Saturday night, which history would show us a Friday night sells out, a Saturday night should sell out as well.
Yeah.
It won't be ideal for members to have to get there a day early. I understand that, but we can justify it saying, hey, we're spending $80,000 on displays on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
So, you wanted bigger displays? Here you go. This is the only way we can do it. Now, is this permanent going forward? Absolutely not. we're going to try it this year, and we're going to see what we can come up with. And maybe we go back to Sunday nights. I don't know, but we increased the display budget this year to a pretty hefty number, and we got to somehow either the members got to pay for the money, pay for it, or the public does. So that's kind of where we ended up and landed, and we're going to ride the wave and see how it works.
Yeah, I know it always has felt like in the past, like it's like part of the struggle is you get to these towns where people aren't really familiar with the type of fireworks shows they're going to see, right? The public has no idea. And so that first night they don't come because maybe they don't know the type of show they're going to see and they don't expect it. Then some of their friends go and all of a sudden word of mouth gets around and then you fill up the rest of the shows. And so, I mean, obviously you talked about a little bit about marketing and increasing that marketing and, any additional focus into trying to focus on drawing more people specifically for that Saturday night.
Yeah, we've got our new ticket site. We're using Ticket Tailor this year, which I think is similar. I think Skywars is switching this year as well to them. Rick has really put together a pretty good website that explains each night individually of kind of what happens, so people can really kind of read about what's going to go on. And we got videos from past shows and things like that, so they can kind of see, what type of thing we're trying to present here. And I think it's just, it's hard, when you're in a new town, people are used to the 4th of July municipality boring show. And it's, you're like, this is not what we're doing, so, it's educational on our part to get the thing out. And I think this new website that Rick has developed, and we've been working on this the last couple months, like getting the wording down and videos and what we want to show and how we want to do it. Hopefully that will, get people to start talking. Like, I bought tickets and I tell the next person kind of a thing, like, hey, you got to check this out. This isn't your standard 4th of July show.
And I would assume too, right? Since we were just in Oshkosh a few years ago, right? And this venue is not that far away from that same site, and so I would think you would get a lot of people that will come up from that was there at the previous shows.
Yeah, it's about 20-25 minutes north, so I would imagine some of the same people will be showing up at that one, show up at this one this next year in 26, and hopefully the talk will get around and things like that. We do have all the email addresses for everybody that bought tickets last year or in Oshkosh 23. Yeah. So we did send them a heads up, like, hey, this is common type of thing. Look for tickets. So we're hoping that once we open that up, I think it's March 1st, we're putting public tickets on sale. Don't quote me on that. But hopefully, they'll be able to help us out and get the word out there.
All right, you're on the hook March 1st.
Yeah, I know. So Eventbrite, we signed a contract with Eventbrite, and I think it ends February 28th, and that's why we picked March 1st.
FireTech Firing Systems, precision you can trust. FireTech Firing Systems are engineered for professionals who demand reliability, flexibility, and long-range performance in every launch. With long-range wireless connectivity up to 3 miles, FireTech operates on the 868-915 MHz frequency, a far less congested band than 2.4 GHz, delivering stronger, more stable communication even in challenging environments. Designed with portability in mind, FireTech modules are compact, lightweight, and travel-friendly, making them easy to transport by air or in checked luggage without hassle. Power is simple and reliable thanks to USB-C charging, allowing quick recharging anywhere and seamless backup power using standard USB power banks in the field. FireTech offers unmatched flexibility. FireTech Firing System. Smarter control, stronger connections, and confidence at every launch.
So I guess while we're waiting, why don't we talk a little bit about the display nights? Obviously Saturday and Friday. Are we going back to some Wednesday night displays this year? Or?
Yeah, we're gonna do a Wednesday night display.
Okay.
So we're gonna go back to 3 nights, and we're kind of billing it as for the public side to come in and see what the members can kind of see, and we're going to do some of our normal stuff, and we're going to do some different stuff, and we're going to do our large and unlimited Class C. We're JPA show, which will be great. We're going to do a mass launch of Girandolas. So we're going to hopefully put up 500 Girandolas on Wednesday night.
Awesome.
And we are going to start a 1-4 Pro competition. So we will have 3 displays that night of 3 competitors competing against each other.
Awesome.
For a trophy. So it should be really kind of cool. I hope the public shows up. I hope the members enjoy it. We're trying to, from a business side, I'm trying to break even that night and not hemorrhage money. But we'll see. I mean, we're going to do a national anthem as well, but normal stuff, but different, and we'll see how it goes. I think it'll be. I'm really looking forward to Wednesday night. Somebody just asked me, if you had to pick one night, which night would you pick? And I'm like, I don't. They're all good but different. I don't know how to explain it. Like you're really missing out on some different stuff each night. Like they're the same but they're different, and I don't know how to explain it. So I mean, you guys understand that. How do you?
Absolutely. Yeah.
The only thing that's the same on Saturday and Friday night is Bill Corbett's going to do his methanol rainbow. I'm going to do it on both night, only because I really enjoy it. I think it looks awesome. Yeah. That's the only thing that's the same on both nights. Otherwise, they're completely different. So,
very nice.
I think Wednesday's going to be great. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope the members enjoy it. We're trying not to spend a ton of money to hopefully kind of just break even, and we'll have to see how it works out. And we can always reevaluate next year.
Good. Do we have an idea as to who these 3 competitors might be, or?
Nope, not yet. We do
All
right. I have a couple different ideas of how I want to do this, and I haven't really settled on something yet. So I know I need to get working on it, but they'll be good. Trust me.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, it'll be good. So there's I've reached out to probably a half dozen people, and all 6 were interested. So
okay,
I might put it out kind of like the Pyro Jam thing, where you choreograph it on finale and send it in, and we kind of go through that, and then the person would come and set it up, and if they need equipment, we can help them source that and do stuff like that. Or I might I just don't know or do I just pick some people and they have equipment and this is the product they're going to use and do their thing. I haven't really settled. It's just hasn't been a priority yet, but I know I need to make it. So it should be good. I'm really looking forward to the JPA show on Wednesday. They were at NFA with us, the past president and the current president, and they talked to a lot of vendors, and the vendors have been great, wanting to help donate to the kids, and so they've been planning their show already since September, which is great because they can order stuff off their catalog that they don't normally bring to convention, and they'll bring it for them, so they can really kind of put together the show should really be a step up this year. So I'm really looking forward to it.
We've been talking a lot about Saturday, Wednesday, Sunday, but what are the actual dates for the convention this year? Let's talk a little bit about that.
Of course, you'd ask that. You got a calendar. So their first show is going to be on August 8th. The Wednesday night's on August 12th, and Friday is August 14th. So obviously the rain date's the following day of any one of those days, but we're hoping for no rain, which would be great.
Yeah.
Rain always messes with us because it's what do you do? what do you do with competition? What do you do with the displays? And
Yeah.
I remember back in, I think it was Wyoming. Yeah, I think it was 2019. I can't remember who. Somebody did a show. It was Wednesday night, and they had a show Friday night back on the West Coast, and they're like, we can't shoot the show on Thursday, so we ended up. I think it was Pyro Spectaculars, if I remember right. They ended up shooting the show like 11:45 at night on that Wednesday night, and I was really sad because the show was pretty impressive. It would have been nice for everybody to be able to see it, but sometimes things happen, and weather's weather at that point.
All right, we've been talking about convention, but I don't really think we've talked. I mean, most of us know where it's at, the dates, but do you want to kind of break it down for those who might not know?
Sure. Location is going to be Wisconsin International Raceway in Kaukauna, Wisconsin, which is just about 20 miles-ish south of Green Bay, about 20 miles north of Oshkosh, where we were there in 2023. So kind of right in the middle. We were there in 2001, 2006, and 2010. It's the same venue. We're adding on-site camping. We're not going to have a split site. Everything's going to be on site. So no split trade show like it was in the past.
Okay.
So it really should feel kind of like a normal convention, if you will, and not kind of how it was in the past.
Yeah.
I think I think it's trying to find sites are difficult, to say the least. We have a lot of weird, quirky requests or demands that we want, and the perfect site really doesn't exist, to be honest with you. I always joke with Gillette, Wyoming, it would be nice to pick them up and move them, but that site really isn't perfect either. It's pretty small. You got the barns in the display field, which really just messes with a lot of stuff. So the crowd's kind of off-centered with how it goes. It doesn't exist. So it is by far our biggest challenge is finding sites, and I'm sure somebody's going to ask that question if we ever get this imaginary Scott and other people to come in. But finding sites are hard, and it just it always comes down to money. Like we had a meeting. I was telling the guy today about we had a meeting with NASCAR. I think it was last year possibly, about going back to Newton, and the whole meeting they're all like, yeah, we really want to partner with PGI and all this stuff, and up and down a stick about how great we are and whatever. And finally I got to the point, I'm like, well, what kind of coin are we talking to rent your facility again? Well, they wanted $200,000 a week, and I'm like, I don't have $400,000 just sitting around to rent 1 week of setup, and you have nothing. Well, we have bleachers. I'm like, your bleachers are actually in Newton. Your bleachers are actually in the spot. I don't actually want to use them. I actually want to use the other side, the field of it. So, it just, it's so hard to find these places, and I've been getting a little better with, hopefully I'm getting out in front of it a little bit, but it's difficult, that's for sure. So I have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
So if you could change one thing about convention, what would you change?
Well, one thing, so again, I've never been to Western Winter Blast, but one thing I seen when I was registering is they gave you an incentive to stay and help clean the site up. Is this something the PGI has ever thought of before?
Yes.
Okay.
We have. We've talked about this for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And we're not sure exactly how. Everybody always keeps using the same analogy of where do you draw the line? Like if you charge a cleanup fee, let's just say it's $5, $10, whatever it is. Where do you draw the line of who's helping clean up, and you give them their money back.
Yeah.
And I believe that for a long time, to be honest with you, because it is hard. Like, where do you draw this line of who's doing something or not doing something? And then this year at lunch, about 1 o'clock, we had lunch this year on Saturday at cleanup. I just counted the number of people out of curiosity, because there was a lot of people there. I was like, it was crazy the amount of people that stayed around to help clean up this year. I was utterly amazed. We had 80 people.
Wow.
And I'm like, this is crazy. There's 80 people. Now, if we take the $10 times the amount of money that's put in the pot of everybody who registers for cleanup, and we split it with all 80 people, even if they did nothing, let's just say they showed up for lunch, and they get their money back. I'm sure they picked up something around the site or helped do something or whatever it is. There's only 80 people there.
Yeah.
So we give all 80 people in that sense their money back and call it a day. Or, split the pot, or however we figure out whatever logistical thing of that is. Maybe we take the food out of that pot and we split the pot or something or whatever. But this is our biggest challenge, is Saturday of cleanup. By noon, it is a ghost town around that place. Like I said, 80 people.
Wow.
In Brainerd, I think we had for dinner, and I had a late lunch, early dinner. I think we had 35. So, it's a lot of work just putting on, those few dozen people to clean the place up and put everything back to how it was originally. And then put all of our stuff back in the boxes, that we have it next year. All that fencing, it's all got to be picked up. It's all got to be put back in. It's got to be moved. It's got to be stacked. You move a picnic table from one side of the property to the other. Well, that picnic table's got to go back technically. I mean, do we miss some? Sure. But, it's all that stuff that it sucks up so much time on Saturday.
Yeah, it adds. I mean, it really adds up. There's a lot.
Yeah. And we try to do something nice. We try to buy lunch for the people, and we take them out to dinner. Try to buy them a nice meal, or just to show our appreciation for them sticking around. And everybody I always ask people, and I was like, yeah, well, I've been here a week. Yeah, you've been here a week. What's your point? I've been here too. Like, all these people that are here on Saturday have been here at least a week and a half, and they're the first ones up on Saturday, run around to clean up. Like, even if you stayed for 3 hours, I mean, you get 40 people for 3 hours. That's a lot of work that can get done.
Yeah.
So, I think we've talked about it. I don't know that we would do it this year. We haven't really talked about fees yet, but I think we just have a lot going on this year that I don't know that would work. But it's definitely been talked about. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know that from my kind of perspective, from the few years that we went there in a row, is, I would really love to see more variety in some, like, the shell building classes. I felt like the years that that you get a lot of the same shell building classes each year, and so you've kind of done them once. You've kind of learned that. I would love to see more variety, some different builders maybe doing some classes like that. I think that would be a huge draw, to get some more variety in the type of shell building that we have available up there.
Yeah, I think that that's a good point. I think they're kind of, I wouldn't say the same classes year after year, but they kind of are, but they kind of aren't. I think it would be nice to see some variety. I think a lot of the people that teach the seminars, I don't know that we have a lot of new people coming in to teach things like this.
Yeah.
And I think it's Dan has done a great job.
Absolutely.
With what he's doing. He's looking for a replacement for anybody out there who's interested to shadow him this year. But I think it's just, a lot of people, that's their vacation, or that's their time away from doing whatever. They don't want to. They want to do what they want to do, and I understand and respect that. I totally get that. But it would be nice to see some different things. I kind of had an idea that we're working with the JPA. They kind of noticed last year of, what do these kids do when they're in their later teens? It's like what do they do besides just, help get the display together and whatever. So I was talking to Corey, and I think we're going to try something this year where we're going to handpick, I don't know, 4 or 6 kids, and we are going to bring them over to Area 51, and they're going to build a shell with some all-star builders, and hopefully that gets them kind of hooked, if you will. And obviously their parents are going to go with them, and the parents have to sign off and all that kind of stuff. But I think it'd be really cool. I mean, you get to go sit down with Jim Whitman and pick his brain and talk to him and let him show you how to build a shell. I mean, that's big. I mean, I've built with him before. I mean, it's fun. The guy's a wealth of knowledge. Eric Krug, same guy. Whitney. I mean, all these guys are willing to help out and share their knowledge with some of these kids, and I think this would be a really cool experience for them that they'll remember for a long time, and hopefully that'll help get more younger kids kind of hooked, if you will.
So I guess Ellery Ho sent me a couple things and figured I would bring those up.
Yeah. Oh boy.
He wanted to.
Well, hold on, dude. You could have at least sent these ahead of me, so I could at least know what's going on.
Oh well, I could have.
I mean, Ellery should have came on his ass himself.
Yeah, I told him.
Why doesn't he come on?
I don't know. I just call him.
Just call him.
Call him in.
I should.
Anyway.
So he wants. Well, let's talk Class C shows. So competitions, small, all the way to large, and unlimited.
Okay.
He feels like, and I totally agree, I think there's a lack of drive for people to do those shows. Not on necessarily the PGI's part, but just event goers maybe are not sure what it is. He simply wants people to do it. He said, give reasons why they should. The goal really isn't to win. It's an opportunity to have the site to do a show. Doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be technical. Just gives you extra things to do during the week. I think last year there was only one small entry. And yeah, I don't know if it's, us as event goers, but I think we need to do something to start drawing attention. And maybe with the intro of the invitational convention, or the invitational Pyro Musicals on Wednesday night, maybe we look into, their gateway to get into that is to compete in, say, 2 years of convention, or 2 years of smaller competitions, or something along those lines to draw the attention. And beyond that, like, you get to be out on the field, you get to meet these bigger designers. It's just it's awesome. So
yeah, I think having these competitions, from what I've heard, on a non-public night, it gets difficult for people to find sponsors to help offset the cost of competing in these shows. I think, unless you're independently wealthy and you're willing to, go compete in a show and drop whatever coin it is, and $5,000-$8,000 or whatever it is, kind of a thing. It's difficult if you don't have sponsorship from a supplier. So I'm hoping that by doing the 1-4 Invitational and doing the Large and Unlimited on a public night, that they'll find some value in the marketing aspect of it. Kind of a thing. So
he even mentioned something about maybe talking to vendors at Class C vending and see if they would give them, say, $100 voucher to spend at their booth if they won. Like, it's simple, but
Yeah.
where free pyro that's huge.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we have to figure out something. That's a good idea of maybe we make up our own pyro bucks, and you go spend it how you want, and that vendor turns it back in and gets the money back from the guild or something like that. I think it's hard for people to want to compete in the large and unlimited. Like you said, unless you're financially set in,
for sure.
I mean, I don't see any other way around that. So
yeah,
so I think it's something to make note of how can we try to help some of these people compete or get more entries into these competition categories. Just these, not obviously the other ones, but to get people in that kind of a mindset and help them out or direct them in the right direction, if you will.
Yeah. He also suggested when they announced the start of the Class C shows, like the small and large and unlimited, maybe say next is the small Class C display, which is limited to one position, because he's saying, well, why is this show so much smaller than the unlimited? Yeah, so maybe some explanation, especially on a public night. He thought that'd be good to maybe explain a little bit more.
It's a really good suggestion to try, and we've struggled with this on the public nights, right? Like just in general, they don't know what's going on and things like that. So we're kind of, one of the ideas we had a couple of years ago was to have an app where these people could download the app in the public side, and then you would be able to, click on Friday night or whatever night it is, and you click on Class C competition, and you could see the three competitors. And you could click on Ellery, and you could read about them or whatever the
have a bio or something.
Bio or whatever, and we could have the description of this category is one position, or large, this category is limited to 3 positions, or unlimited you can have as many positions. So to try to explain what's going on, so they're not so confused as to what we're doing, because they've never been there before, they don't know. That's a really good suggestion. I will write that down. Hi, Dan.
Can you hear us, Dan?
Yep. I just wasn't smart enough to know how to unmute myself.
No worries. All good.
So what questions do you have for me since we haven't talked lately?
I just wanted to stop in and see where the excitement was.
So since Dan's here, I mean, Craig kind of threw Dan's name out there. That Dan was looking for some help, maybe looking for a replacement. Somebody wants a mentor.
Yeah.
Give me anything out there you want to give on that, Dan, on who you're looking for or what you're looking for?
I'm looking for a sucker that wants to do way too much work for way too little pay. To show up early, leave late, and if they're lucky, they might get a sandwich thrown at them for lunch. Oh, but wait, there's a benefit. They get a golf cart.
Hey, there you go.
It's a positive.
There you go.
Seriously speaking, so the PGI's got, you guys know we're a volunteer organization, and we have this habit of sucking people in. You let somebody know that you might want to volunteer, and we'll find a better place for you. Might take a little bit to get you exactly where, you can be the biggest benefit, but we do. And we currently do have a big gap, kind of looking to backfill for myself, looking to somebody to step in as a seminar chair. And yeah, I joked around about it being a lot of work, and it is a lot of work, but it's also a lot of fun. You get to work with people like Craig that's actually fun to work with. You get to work with me, and evidently I can be a jerk at times, but that's okay. You can throw stuff at me. I'll be okay with it. But yeah, so what the position actually entails is before the convention even starts, maybe in April, you start pulling together the convention schedule, working with all of our members to find out, like, hey, who wants to present something? And then you pull the schedule together. It also includes going to our spring planning meeting, which spring planning meeting, yes, it's a lot of work, it's a lot of driving, and it's also a lot of fun. Make contacts with the other people, get to know what all's going on. Then fast forward, get to the convention. It's a lot of work setting up the different rooms, going behind the scenes, and just making the convention kind of, not the entire convention. We got people in the field that are doing stuff. We got people doing food and beverages, but making the seminars run as smoothly as possible, and anywhere else you can just be a benefit. So yes, it's a lot of work, but it's been a lot of fun.
I will say, volunteering at PGI I've made some lifelong friendships with people, and forever grateful for the opportunity to sweat with them in 100-degree weather for 18 hours a day, and live to tell stories later on down the road about it.
Yeah.
Volunteering at the convention, it's a difference between being a spectator and being part of it.
Yeah, I agree. I always tell people the first one they should kind of not volunteer and go do these seminars that Dan so gracefully puts together, and do that for a year, and then decide if you want to volunteer, and you meet some cool people along the way.
If you're not careful, you get stuck in a forklift or a boom truck or something.
Yep, you will.
Do we have any anticipation for any new classes this year?
Well, yes, but honestly, I haven't even started working on the schedule yet. I'm trying to remember how much of this stuff I've even told Craig. Hopefully, you've been in the loop of some of it. But you
never know.
And this early, there's always a chance that something isn't going to pan out the way we intended. But I will go ahead and say it that we've got somebody that has signed up to give us a whole bunch of Girandola drivers,
wonderful.
hundreds. So we are working. Nice. If it plans out, like I'm going to keep saying this, there's a chance it's not going to plan out, but there's a chance we may have a class where the classes produce 100 or 200 Girandolas. Throw those together, and maybe we'll do a mass launch. Maybe we'll go take them out to Class C. Who knows what'll happen with it? But we've got one of our vendors, like I said, that's stepping up and willing to do that.
That's cool. That's really cool.
One of the suggestions before, Dan, was to try to get some of the shell building classes to be different. So building a different type of shell or a different type of effect or something like that, where they're, would say they're standard each year, but kind of the same run of the mill, if you will.
Yeah.
Well, so I had this crazy idea a long time ago. And I actually, this is the first time I went to spring planning. I'm sitting down there late at night, midnight, 1 a.m., talking to Connie Widman. And I shared this idea with her that wouldn't it be great if we had a class that could take you from I've never built anything in my life to building your first shell at the convention from start to finish. Now, anybody that's built a shell knows from a realistic point of view, that's nearly impossible to do. You got drying time and everything like that. But Connie put me in touch with, hopefully I don't mix people up. I think it was Eric Krug that stepped up and did an intro to pyro class that was really good. He did that for a couple years. And so,
yeah.
But anyway, I want to throw this back to Craig. I want to throw Craig under the bus. I got questions for Craig.
Nice.
What
Oh boy.
Now,
You could have just called. You got my number.
well, I wanted to make sure you weren't alone in here. And
Oh yeah.
if you see somebody else in the wings there, I'll be happy to drop out. I was just sitting down here paying my bills because apparently I forgot to pay my internet bill, so I might get kicked out of here.
Nope, you're doing just fine.
Yep.
All right, what do you got?
So, are you prepared to talk at all about any of the work that you've done with some of our vendors? Or maybe you talked about that before I joined.
I don't know. What work have I done?
I don't know. You want to talk about any of the stuff you've been doing behind the scenes?
No, that's not who I am. That's not my thing. Like I'm really just kind of I'm a behind the scenes kind of a guy. Just kind of do my thing. And as Rick O told me today, I got to offload some stuff or I'm going to have a heart attack. So maybe I'm taking that to heart. I don't know.
I'm still looking.
No,
Go ahead.
I said no. I'm not that way. I don't. I do everything for the guild and for the members, and I do a lot of stuff. But I have a great team of board members and key people that do way more stuff than they should, and without them, the convention wouldn't run. So,
yeah,
it's just not who I am to brag about things I do. This is not me. But if you know of something I did and you want to talk about it, you can gladly bring it up.
Did you guys talk anything about the shows we got coming up?
We talked about the display nights, but we didn't really go into detail of who was doing shows or anything like that. Just kind of why we switched to the Saturday night, kind of the backstory of that. Kind of explain the Wednesday night a little bit. That's really about it, I think. Right? Am I missing something?
Yep. Nope. That's where we're at.
Saturday night's going to be good.
Yeah. I was saying that.
I am truly looking forward to Saturday night.
Yeah.
So let's I guess let's break it down. Let's.
You want to
break it out of the bag?
Yeah. We want to know who's shooting shows Saturday night. Like, what's going on?
Oh man, here we go. I'm going to butcher this because I just had the spreadsheet up too. I wonder where the heck that went. We're going off memory, so here we go.
I feel like people would potentially be able to. They would attempt to come to PGI knowing a certain designer or a company is doing a display. So I know in years past, the guild has kind of held it to heart and kind of kept it a secret till the week. But I love that we're able to help put this out early, and hopefully members here and want to join. So
yeah, I think in years past, I think it was just. I think it was harder to find display companies to do things, and I don't know what's changed going forward. But we've had a lot of people that want to do displays this year and next year out of already, which is bizarre to me. Yeah, without further ado, what I remember off the top of my head, here we go. So Saturday night, the opening national anthem is going to be the Wisconsin Club. They're going to do a national anthem with some kind of a tribute to veterans for the 250th. After that, Bill Corbett is going to do his famous rainbows that we did last year, kind of as a crowd filler type of a thing, which would be great. Judy from, is it Chung May? Is that how it's pronounced?
Chung May, yep.
Chung May.
Pyromax, Chung May.
Pyromax. She did a show at NFA that just wowed me beyond belief. And so I asked her to do a show, and I requested her candles be brought in, which she said she would do. So she's going to do about an 8 to 10 minute show on Saturday. Richard Bland from Spectrum Pyrotechnics, he's based in Wisconsin. He does build a lot of product for the mouse ears, and he's going to be doing a show as well that night. And then Sean Hodder is going to be doing a show as well on Saturday night. So that's our kind of our Saturday night lineup, which should be hopefully pretty cool.
Yeah, great lineup.
Yeah. And then Wednesday, we kind of touched a little bit, but we'll run through it real quick again. We'll have a national anthem. Haven't really figured out. Sometimes the JPA takes care of it. Sometimes we throw something together. Haven't really figured out who or what, but we'll have a national anthem. We'll have the JPA show, which I was enlightening before about. We had a lot of vendors at NFA that were willing to help the kids out, so they can order stuff from their catalog that they might not bring and be able to buy in the Class C tent. So their show should be kind of a notch up.
Very nice.
We're going to do large and unlimited Class C competitions, and then we are starting a new 1-4 Pro Invitational show or competition that night. They'll be competing for a trophy. I want to get a 6-foot-high old karate trophy, but I'm losing that battle with a trophy person. I think it'd be really pretty sweet. And then Friday, for what I remember off the top of my head, I'm sorry, Wednesday, I forgot. We have a member who wants to do a tribute show. His father and his grandfather, I believe, are veterans, and we are going to have the military come and present the flag to his mom, I think, or his grandma. I can't remember the exact logistics of this whole thing.
That's awesome.
And then they're going to do about a 6 to 8 minute pyro musical tribute to their dad and grandfather,
nice.
which will be something different, right? So it should be kind of cool. So Friday we have national anthem. I don't remember who's doing it off the top of my head. I'm sure I'm going to butcher this because I don't remember all of it. The mom class is doing their thing again, so they're going to be doing their show. Nick Zimmerman is with Pyro King is doing a show on Friday. We have the All-Star Builders Showcase thing that we always have. And then Bill Corbett
doing the anthem.
Tyler, that's it. Yeah, Tyler's doing the anthem. Yep, there you go. I knew I was going to forget something.
All good.
Thanks. And then Bill Corbett's going to be doing his Rainbow again on Friday night. And then David with Wisely Pyrotechnics is going to be doing the closing show on Friday night. So Friday night should be pretty spectacular as well. So I'm looking forward to all 3 nights, really. I think they're all different, and they're going to be something different.
Looking forward to it. Should be a good night.
Yeah.
Are there plans for any type of drones to be incorporated in any of these shows this year? Or?
Yep, there are going to be drones. We will have drones. Drones on Saturday night. Sean wants to have drones with his thing.
Okay.
David has gone back and forth. I don't know where he's ended up with that. I think we are also going to do, last year on Friday night, we kind of did our sponsors. We did a kind of a sponsor segment, if you will, to thank the sponsors and stuff. We're going to do that again as well on Friday night. I know people probably thought that was not needed, but Casey's Gas Stations actually used our footage for a commercial.
Nice.
We are in negotiations currently with a potential large sponsor, like $20,000 to $30,000 kind of a sponsor. And one of the requests was to have their logo and stuff in the sky, part of a thing. So I think that it's important to help offset some of these costs. I have talked to Verge about this, and we are talking about incorporating some pyro into that segment of, we'll call it the sponsor segment type of a thing. I don't know how that's going to work logistically. Maybe we shoot some colored slices with their logo, if it's yellow, shoot yellow slice type of a thing, or some yellow comments, or I don't know how that's going to work, but I'm hoping to try to throw some pyro in there with that to just kind of change it up a little bit, I guess.
Very nice, yeah.
Yep.
So that's kind of what I got working, and hopefully I didn't forget anybody and feel bad that I did. So
awesome.
Yeah.
How's it going, Scott?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was making dinner. I was listening the whole time. I just figured you didn't want to stare at my fat ass eating dinner.
We could have shared. We could have brought some for us. How's it going?
It's going all right.
Good.
I figured there'd be more people here, but
we're having a grand time.
Yeah. Good time. Any questions?
I just you guys were talking about the shell classes. I know, and last year in Iowa, I did it was like a first time shell building class. I think it was with James. I forgot his last name. But you made two 3-inch cylinder shells, and they fired them in like a competition. And I think that's a pretty cool class to have. I mean, that was pretty exciting to never have seen it before. To actually build something and have it go up. I don't know. I don't know if there's any other classes that are like that, or.
That's a good question. I wish Dan would have not left. Our seminar chair guy, Dan Muzzy, who is now on the board with me, he was just in here. You guys just missed each other. He would have been a great person for that question, because I unfortunately don't know a lot about seminars, and I'm so busy. I know they happen, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
He's done such a great job with it. It's kind of out of sight, out of mind kind of a thing. So, I don't know. We were just talking about, trying to get different shell building type classes. Like, they seem like they're kind of the same but different each year, and trying to change it up a little bit. But yeah, I should text him. Come back in. Maybe we can answer this question for you. I feel bad. I don't know the answer.
It's fine. I just figured, I'd chime in on my experience with it.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try and do the mum seminar this year. And,
Good.
I'm from Wisconsin, by the way. I with the Wisconsin Pyro Technic Guild too. So, my first PGI was Oshkosh. I didn't even know about the guy I buy my fireworks from had mentioned it, and I was like, oh, that sounds interesting, and I had a blast the first time there. So, a lot of good things
Where are you
on there? I think.
Where are you from in Wisconsin? I live in Wisconsin as well.
I'm in Menominee Falls.
Oh, okay. All right, I'm just up in Appleton, so.
Yeah, far away from here.
No.
It's a lot closer than Iowa for me, so I'll be up there for sure.
Me too.
Me too.
It's a whole 8 minutes from my house to the location this year, so I'm spoiled.
Get your own bed then, right?
I'll still camp. I'll just go home to shower. Kind of bougie like that. No, it's good to be back in Wisconsin. It's always nice to have it close to where you live. You don't have to travel, and the owners of the racetrack Dan and Ginger have been great to work with. Super easy, super relaxed. The contract, I actually added a lot more detail to it than what he had, and he actually calls me. He's like, Craig, why you add so much detail? I'm like, I'm just trying to make sure that we're all, like, you say if stuff is left on the property after Sunday, like, I get fined. And I'm like, I had to put in there a provision of I gotta store my stuff somewhere till they come and pick it up from United or Sunbelt. He goes, well, that's just a given. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know. So they're just really laid back, and they're super excited we're back, and I'm happy that things worked out for them this way. So
yeah,
it should be good. Are you helping out with the national anthem that the club's doing?
I think the first. Well, I'm not going to be there, but the first meeting is 2 weeks. I think. Did they do a shootout on the lake? And I don't know. I'm not a big fan of being cold and lighting fireworks off.
Me too. Me too. No, I was saying the Wisconsin club is doing the opening national anthem on Saturday night.
Yeah.
So I know Lance has held that.
Talking about it, just in emails. They've been floated around some ideas and what we're gonna do, and sounds like we're gonna do a mix of build and making or buying and building. So
cool.
Nice.
So Scott, Dan Muzzy just jumped back in. He's our seminar chair. Why don't you ask him your question and hopefully he can answer it for you.
Tell the guys about the shell building classes. Took one last year. It was for first time shell builder. I think James, I forget his last name, ran it, and you made 2 3-inch Italian cylinder shells and fired them up in competition. So I was just wondering if there was any other sort of classes where people can build and fire them in like a competition setting.
In a competition setting, no. However, you can open shoot firing. There's a couple different ones. Pat
Gustafson?
Gustafson. I had the name Gilkerson stuck in my head. Who's my neighbor? Pat Gustafson teaches a very easy class about making 6-inch shells using consumer inserts. And those you can throw those together. They're done with plastic hemis, so you can just throw those together and just go put them in the air. Also, the MUM group does a bunch of shells. They do 4-inch, 5-inch, and 6-inch shells. Some of them go in their displays, and then other ones, I think you can take them out and do open firing with them or open shooting with them. The other thing you can do is testing my memory here. If you take, I want to say it's Eric Krug's class, he can basically get you set up so you can build your own shells. He goes through the chemicals needed, how to make stars, and do all of that type of stuff. Because a lot of the class you did with James, it's shell building, but it's not shell building, because what it really is it's shell assembly. Yeah, you're taking stars, you're taking black powder, and you're putting them together. Whereas if you want to do actual shell building and do put the stars together, Eric Krug's class would help you with that.
Demonstration, like where people are actually doing it, live, so you can see what they're doing, like a basic, start from the beginning. This is what you go to the store and this is what you're buying, and then here's how we do it. And something like that along those lines, you know what I mean? Like.
Yep. Yeah, and I'd love to have somebody like that if we can find someone to teach it. Part of the problem comes Craig, you do a little bit of building, don't you?
A little bit, yeah.
So how long is it going to take to, going from buying the chemicals to having stars? How quickly can you make stars? Including drying
probably
time.
2 days, 2 days, depending on how, what moisture is outside, how well it dries. If it's sunny, cloudy type thing.
Well, if it's the PGI, remember we have rain 3 days in the middle of each convention.
And 3 days before and 3 days after.
Yeah.
Oh man, for those of you that don't remember, when we left, man, where were we last year?
We were in Boone, Iowa.
Yeah, Boone, Iowa. Man, when we left Boone, the storm literally chased us out of there.
Yeah, I was driving home and all of a sudden my phone's going off and I'm like, tornado warnings, and I'm like, I'm hauling a camper. This is not good.
Yeah, we finished packing up the camper and pulled out. We were camping right across from the where the dump site was, And as I'm putting everything in the camper, closing the slides and stuff, there's nobody at the dump site. I hook up my camper. There's a line 5 campers long at the campsite. And I think this was like Sunday, maybe 1, 2 in the afternoon. So anyway, so I got a little off topic there. I do that at times. But jumping back to your questions there, Scott. Going from that 0 to building your first things, where you're going to want to focus on right now is learning how to make those stars. And the other thing, I didn't have any prepared. I'm jumping around. I'll put them on the spot here. Derek from Mum at one time had actually talked about putting kits together. So you could buy a family kit and spend time in manufacturing it. And maybe that kit would include everything you needed to make like 5 to 10 shells.
Cool idea.
That was like a year and a half. I talked about
from my perspective. I mean, I'm fairly new to it, and maybe like you said, I need to volunteer and just getting people throughout the area. Like I said, you walk through there and it's somewhat intimidating when you got a lot of people building a lot of stuff and
Oh, yeah. At my first PGI, I walked through the supply sales and I'm like, am I supposed to be here? Am I allowed in here? I don't have my license. Now, Scott, did you mention if you're where you're from or if there's a club in that area?
Yeah, I'm in Wisconsin. I'm in the Wisconsin Pyro Arts Guild.
Okay.
I'm fairly new to them. I just joined last summer, and so I met those guys at PGI. And,
okay.
Not to any of their shoots yet or anything, but it was pretty much the end of the season by that time. So.
Okay. Usually, you go to your first couple shoots, and you don't know anybody. You just kind of. It's tough to get to know people. For one, it's usually dark.
Yeah.
True.
But no, the Wisconsin club. I'm trying to remember. Are there
Yeah.
There's some good builders in the Wisconsin club, right?
Yeah. Yep. There is.
And go to a couple of shoots. A good way to make an impression with the club is stay around and help clean up afterwards. You'll make an impression with the other guys, and they'll start to be willing to help you out. The other thing you can do, this is a little bit on your own, but you want to be, big thing is be safe, but pick up the PGI anthologies. There's some really good instructions on how to make stuff and build things. It must have been, 2010, 2011, something like that. Ned Gorski wrote a couple articles on making like tiger willow tails on site at the PGI, and he went step by step through everything. And when I say on site, he made his own black powder on site for these shells.
Another good resource is Ned's website, fireworking.com.
Yes.
Yep.
YouTube videos, a few of them, I think. There's a lot of stuff involved with you go to the store and you buy your fireworks and you don't really think about what's all going on there. And
so
once you start looking at it, you're like, what is that? You can't even pronounce what.
Yeah.
Now there is the gateway drugs to fireworks many times is rockets, because the thing with rockets is you've got 3 ingredients. You don't need a ball mill to make rockets. You just need like universal tooling, 1 pound universal tooling, tubes, 3 ingredients. You can press a rocket, and you can hand ram them there with just a dead blow hammer. And you can go and you can light that rocket 5 minutes after you've made it.
I took that class in Oshkosh, so that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the real easy way to get started. And then if you want to see what you can do with rocket, I can't remember his name.
Who?
The king of rockets.
Steve Leduc?
No. Makes
Tom Ravenclaw?
Yeah. Basically, one pound rockets that he just focused on the absolutely perfect headers on them. But he's not dealing with any exotic materials or anything. He's just simple perfection. So I don't know if I helped you out or not.
I just figured I'd chime in with my experience from shell building 101.
Scott, I got a question for you.
Sure.
What suggestion do you have of something we can improve at PGI? What do we do bad that we should fix?
I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, but I think a lot of people were. Yeah, but that's like the most controversial thing as far as I can see.
What was it? We kind of broke up there.
I think people don't think there's enough time to, light the fireworks off. I guess. I mean, you got to jam a lot of stuff in.
Dark Sky?
Week.
Yeah.
I think last year we were kind of limited on space there. That was a pretty big issue.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Everybody wants dark sky, and you got competition, and you got shows, and you got curfews, and you try to get curfews as late as you can, but you still got to be conscious of people have to get up for work the next day that live in the area, and you don't want to wear out your welcome like we've done in the past with sites. So it's a lot to juggle, and it's still summer, so it's not like it's winter where it's dark at 4 in the afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, and as far as the Class C, I think we are going to make some changes to the Class C, the C line this year.
We are.
Just definitely trying to increase safety and everything down there. And I think I don't know if we'll get anything in the next bulletin, but the one after that, there'll definitely start to be some articles on what we're doing differently there. And we got midnight curfews.
Yep.
This year.
Yep.
Do we want to touch on that a little bit here, or do we want to wait till the bulletin comes out as to what's going to happen?
I don't know that we. Yeah, Ken, should we go into it? Ken?
Sure.
It's up to you. Unless you want to wait for the article.
With the disclaimer, whatever we're talking about now is likely to change.
It could, yes.
The important thing is we're looking to. Well, actually,
let's get some backstory first. Why we decided we're going to do this.
Yep.
Okay. So last year in Boone, we have a Class C chute line problem. It is evident to everybody. It's a unorganized chaos, free for all. It is unsafe. And I will share a personal experience, and this is maybe somewhat prompted this, but I think anybody would agree with me. So here's what happened. I go out to the Class C line with my kids. They're 8 and 5. 6 and 5. 6 and 8. We're going to light some fountains. So we decide, because they're kids, it was for my daughter, we decided to put some e-match on them and wire them up to some fire tech and push the buttons. Yep, probably for the rest of the world, that's probably lame as can be. But for a 6-year-old, that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah.
So we're doing our thing, we're getting it all wired, and we're doing the thing. And I kid you not, 10 feet away from me, some knuckleheads, and I hope they're listening because I still think they're knuckleheads, loaded salute shells upside down and decided to blow some tubes up. Now, let me tell you something. You didn't invent something new. You didn't do something that's never been done before. Anybody can do that. Yes, you might think it's cool. And you know what? Maybe you want to do that. And if you want to do that, and you're listening, and you were the person who did that, just come to us. We will gladly let you blow as many tubes up as you want, and we will put you in a safe spot to do such a thing. But when kids are 10 feet away, it's not cool, right? So that's the backstory of what happened. So this year, what we are thinking of doing, again, as Dan said, things could change and probably will change, is we are going to separate and have two separate Class C lines. We will have one line for what I call fountains and sparklers and snakes. And we will have another line for aerials and cakes. And it is going to be much more controlled, where one person goes in with one said cake and lights one said cake and then leaves the said line. There won't be 6 of your buddies standing around watching you light the cake, because those knuckleheads ruined it for everybody. So now we are going to go to the extreme. And you might think that I am not being a reasonable person, and that's okay. We can have a conversation. But that being said, we have to do something before somebody gets killed, because our insurance, after we dropped a rocket in Gillette, is not amused with us. So we either fix the problem now, or we don't have insurance going forward.
Yeah, so Craig, you touched on two things there without even realizing it. One of them, nobody wants the same thing to happen. I think it was in LaPorte to ever happen again, where Class C just gets shut down.
Yes.
We are trying to get in front of it now to protect everything. Now, the second thing you mentioned, you said this and you kind of glanced over that and moved on. So there is a reputation at the PGI of some people being able to do anything they want and other people don't. But what's really going on is if you come to us and ask, hey, I want to do such and such, how do I do that? And if you work with us, and maybe it takes us a day or two to figure it out. Don't come to us on Friday and say, hey, I want to do this. But if you come to us on like Monday, we've got time to figure out. I mean, look what we've done. We've got a group that brings flamethrowers. We had flamethrower happy hour last year.
Yeah.
So our goal is to find a way to safely do things, but give us time and bring it to us. Don't try to hide it.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, and we've had people in the past have wanted to do stuff, and if you want to do something, shoot the board an email a couple weeks beforehand. Give us a heads up so we can plan of what's going on or what you want to do or how you want to do it. So, again, like Dan said, we can figure out how to safely let you have your fun, because we're probably as interested as you are, but we just don't want to be blindsided because we have 300 things going on all the time, and it's hard to try to figure that stuff out on the fly when you have 4 people that come to you just like that.
Yep. Anything's possible. Just need to have permission to do it.
Yeah, we're reasonable people. We understand, like, you might want to blow some racks apart. Yeah, that's fun. Like, I get it. Like, it can be fun. We'll just put you in a spot to do it, and you can have your fun.
Yeah.
So we're changing the Class C line a little bit, and now again, we'll try this out on Saturday night, as I said before. Maybe it doesn't stick. Maybe we figure out some better solution, and change going forward. Everything is not chiseled in stone. It's all subject to whatever you want to call it, looking at or revising or whatever, and we know everybody's there and wants to have fun. We just want to make sure everybody's safe.
Yeah.
Now you kind of talked a little bit about C line. I kind of maybe something about B line maybe to ask is there been a thought about having multiple B lines, because it seems like with the 12 o'clock curfew, a lot of people have a lot of stuff to shoot from like all the shell building classes, and there never seems to be enough time to get through everybody. Has there been that thought about having maybe 2 B lines, that way you have some more opportunity for people to shoot stuff?
So a couple of years ago, we bought some racks that we use for the shell building classes and kind of let them go off to the side. I would have to check with Max whatever happened with that, and why maybe we still do that, and I don't even know. For reference, everybody, I usually don't get out to the lines very often. Maybe a couple times in the week type of a thing. So maybe we do this and I don't even know. But I do know that it has been a problem in the past. And to have 2 B lines would be very difficult for the simple fact of how do we man it we have to get more containers in, and we
Yeah.
have, it's not the problem of like having mortars. It's just, how do you staff it, and how do you,
Yeah.
the logistics of it? Because Thursday night is always chaos, and yeah, so having two of them would probably be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
Just from that standpoint.
Once again, if you know you got stuff to shoot Tuesday or Wednesday night if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another question for you, Dan. I know the industry is obviously leaning more towards pyro musicals, or at least that's what I'm more passionate about than building. Are there going to be classes geared towards that atmosphere, or that maybe clique of pyros? So
That sounds like a great idea. You want to give one?
except I'll be busy setting the show up.
Oh, we should find someone to do that. I know our friends at Finale always do a lot of stuff on Finale Fireworks, treating that. Man, I think Bill used to do a class on that. Man, that might have been a decade ago.
I know Peter's done a couple.
Yeah.
Peter Rogos? I'm probably butchering his name.
No, it's Rogos.
Okay. We should get Sean to do one.
Good.
But I think he was also telling me that he's still scripting his show the day before.
Typically.
Yeah. And he doesn't use Finale. He uses something else.
Show sim?
Yeah,
Show sim, I
that's what
think.
he uses.
Yeah. And supposedly he doesn't use labels either. So
He doesn't?
No, he does not use labels.
Yeah, nope. He does not use labels.
Dear God.
If you're listening and you want to teach a class on pyro musicals, anything about it, reach out to Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I should make my daughter do a show or do a class on it.
There you go.
Yeah.
On that regard, I mean, I heard you guys talking about not a lot of interest or maybe financial difficulties or finding sponsors, but is there maybe a thought of doing like a 50-50 raffle or something, and then taking that money and, raffling that off for next year's convention for somebody to be able to do that? Or?
Well, we do a 50-50 raffle for Help a Pyro. Let's give a shout out to Help a Pyro.
Yes.
Craig, do you want to explain what that is, or do you want me to?
I will have to say, I don't know that Help a Pyro. I thought it dissolved after last year.
I thought it was still together. Okay. We'll have to find out.
Yeah. Well, what Help a Pyro was is it was started by Bill Barr a long time ago, and you would sell, I forget how many tickets, and half the pot would go back into to Help a Pyro fund, and it was, you could only use it once, and it was to, if you had financial difficulty to going to convention, it would help you with convention costs and travel costs and things like that. Somebody who's lost their job or down on their luck or whatever the case may be, you could apply for it, and they would help you get to convention that year. Last I heard, I thought they were not covering. They were sending more money out than they were taking in, and so I don't know. I should ask the question of what's going on with that. But we are doing two 50-50 raffles this year for two charities that I don't think anybody really knows about yet. So one of them is an animal rescue, and another one is a children's cancer foundation. So
awesome.
They'll be selling tickets through the crowd, and half the pot will go to you, and they will get to keep the other half. So
will that be happening on public nights? So
yes.
you get the general admission involved?
Yep. It'll be on Saturday. One will be on Saturday. the animal rescue, I think, is on Saturday, and the children's cancer is on Friday.
Good.
So that is self-serving. Both of those are near and dear to my heart. So
yeah.
So good for them. They should.
That's awesome.
It should be cool for them. So I'm excited for them.
Now, you kind of touched a little bit on earlier, and I'm going to kind of come back to this invitational competition.
Yep.
I want to kind of what sets this apart from your other Class C competitions? I mean, like, what's the difference between this and your Unlimited? Like, why would I want to do this one versus your Unlimited?
Because you get a 6-foot-high karate trophy. I mean, who doesn't want one of those? Well, I think like the theory behind what we're trying to do is trying to get 3 years of people competing to do a Battle of the Champions in the 4th year.
Yeah.
So maybe the 6-foot-high is the Battle of the Champions trophy, and maybe you only get a 4-foot-high type of a thing. I really just the thought behind it was to try to get some people that maybe script shows at other events to come to our event to bring some of that talent over there to showcase some of that kind of stuff. I don't know what else to say, but I think the karate trophies are the prime thing to get here. Dan, what do you got?
Well, one, I think you just want the biggest trophy you can get just to see if they can get it home without breaking it. But as far as a Class C, it's been years since I've done a Class C competition. I think 2016, 2017. But my daughter has started doing them now. She's doing large Class C. And the biggest difference is who foots the bill.
Yeah.
Apparently, as her father, I get to fit the bill for her shows.
Nice. Yeah, we're providing all the pyro for the invitational show. So you'll have a gift card to a vendor type of a thing, and you'll be able to buy the product, and the product will show up. So you're not. I mean, are you out? You might be out a little bit of money, type of a thing, but we're trying to cover the majority, if not all of the cost of it. So, like Dan said, that's probably that and the trophy.
The other thing there is I think it will also encourage people to compete in the other competitions in order to eventually get that invite.
Yeah.
You know, you start winning the large Class C, the Unlimited Class C. I would think that you're going to get an invite.
Yeah.
This is an invitational, right?
Yeah.
And for years, the last couple of years, it's actually been pretty good. But if you go back 8-9 years ago, we might have like one small and maybe one large. And that'd be the only Class C competitions that you could have. There were years when you wouldn't have any at all. Yeah. So the last couple of years, multiple ones have been good. And that's also an area, it's another gateway drug.
Yeah.
People start getting into those, and yeah.
Maybe that's the solution, Craig. You ask 2 different people to come, and then the winner from the previous year gets to compete against 2 other bigger names.
Oh, like the following year, like year 2 or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. I don't mind that idea.
Yeah.
All the losers have to shoot a small Class C the following year, right?
That'd be fun. And tonight we got 85 Class C small Class C competitions.
I mean, what do you do in that situation? Do you just start rolling the next night?
Punt? We're going to the next night. Sorry.
Or roll over.
Yeah.
Oh man. Do we have hotel, lodging, all that stuff? Kind of details kind of worked out for the convention?
Yeah, the hotel stuff I believe is up on our website.
Okay.
Rick has done an amazing job with getting a list of what hotels, what amenities, the cost type of a thing. He had a whole chart that should be up on our website. If it isn't, I'll make sure it gets up. that should all be up there, and it has like distances, and it was really impressive, like breakfast included or not, and I was impressed.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's all different spectrum of costs, so it should fit everybody's budget, kind of a thing.
And then, did you guys get lucky enough to have vending indoors this year, or not vending, but trade show indoors this year, or you going to be outside again?
It'll be in a tent.
Okay.
Yep, it'll be in a tent. We were going to use the local high school, and they were very, very interested. And what it came down to, and I can't blame them, and I don't fault them at all, it literally came down to that fall sports started, and they didn't want us in the school with kids, changing and going to this practice or whatever. And, I really couldn't fault them for that. Otherwise, it was a done deal. So that kind of stinks. So we'll be in a tent, but at least it's on site. Otherwise, the option would be to be a split site again, which I don't want to do.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, looking at the PGI
I'll take
page.
dealing with.
Oh, go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
I'll take dealing with tents and being all together versus a split site any day.
Yeah, agreed.
Looking at camping and accommodations, looks like 2025 is still up.
Oh, cool. All right. We'll get it changed.
We'll get that fixed.
Yeah, we can do that.
And then, kind of looking ahead, are we already planning and looking ahead for 2027, 2028? We have sites lined up already, or where are we at on some future stuff?
Yeah, we're working ahead. We're trying to be proactive in this stuff. So, I have a contract in my email from Gillette, Wyoming for 2027.
Okay.
We have agreed on all major sticking points, if you will. So I just have to review it and sign it. So we'll be out in Gillette, Wyoming for 2027. I've had conversations with BIR, Brainerd Speedway, Christy. She would love to have us back. I sent her a text before Christmas and told her I would contact her in spring. Just wanted to give her a heads up of, if she wanted to house us or not and whatever. And she responded within 5 minutes that they would love to have us back, which I wasn't expecting. So they're really excited to have us back. Hopefully we can come to terms of the contract with them. And then Boone would love to have us back in 29.
Yeah.
I think that's on the list, down the road to get kind of taken care of in the next year. It'd be really nice to have 3 kind of out there, and that was always been my goal since I got on the board, and it didn't work that way, unfortunately, but we're trying to get back to that.
And I mean, here's kind of a tough question for you. I mean, I see a lot of people online talk about, PGIs are always north, right? Like, is PGI ever against going someplace south in the summertime for a convention, or East Coast, or are you guys primarily trying to stick with the northern side because of the weather?
So the epicenter of our membership is really kind of around Mason City, Iowa. That kind of gets everybody within that 4 to 5 hour range to get there. We have been out to Pennsylvania recently. Long time ago, we were in New York. We will never go back to New York because of the laws, as somebody asked me the other day. Down south, I wouldn't say we're opposed to it. The further you get south, it's hurricane season, so that could definitely throw a wrench in things. Weather isn't great down south in August, kind of a thing. It's hard to answer if we would or we wouldn't. I think if you ask me right now, I would probably lean towards not, since we have a good list of venues going forward.
Yeah.
But we wear our welcome out at other venues all the time, unfortunately. So to say never would be pretty ridiculous. But I think the weather in the Midwest is unpredictable. It can be 100 or it can be 60, like we've proven in Brainerd last year or 2 years ago. So, but yeah, I think it's just everybody. These people that are running this convention are outside all the time. If it's 110, man, when we were in Iowa at the Speedway in Newton, it was 127 on the track. I was running around forcing people to drink water. So
it was hot.
It was hot.
Dare I say how brutal it was last time we were in Kagana?
Yeah, it was hot.
Oh man, the humidity was just horrible.
Yeah. Yep.
Aside from the rain and the muddy mess, I really like Brainerd. I like that video a lot. That was one of my favorite locations, by the way. It's other than the rain and the slop, it was a great spot.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. It was interesting. We're going to change things up a little bit when we go back. Just the sheriff wasn't happy that we backed traffic up on 217 or whatever that.
Yeah.
So we got to fix that problem before we can go back. And we have a couple ideas to do that. So, but I did enjoy that site. Maybe it was partial because I was in the condos, which was really nice, but it made life pretty easy.
It was nice that Class C was a long ways away from everybody else.
We're talking about putting the Class C where the public parking was over there.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
okay.
We'll see.
So I've got to step out here. However, if you want to know about hotels, you go to www.pgi.org/shows.
Okay.
I will drop that in the chat as well.
Perfect.
Rick's done a great job of detailing all of those out.
Yeah, he really has.
So yeah, he's got each of the shows, the deadlines on when you need to book, distance from the site. Yep.
Yeah. Perfect. Good information there. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay. Well, I need to run.
All right, thanks, Dan.
All right.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Dan.
Later.
Thank you. All right, good plug there for PGI.org.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go there, get your membership. I'm sure there'll be more updates on. I'm sure convention tickets will come out a little bit later. They usually are a lot like May-ish. Isn't convention tickets usually around May-ish or something like that?
Yeah, convention registration we usually open it May 1st. It just it's we could open it ahead of time, but we usually don't really get a lot of people registering ahead of time. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that, but. But we want to get the public tickets on sale so the public can start buying tickets. We got some VIP seats and things like that. So those will go first, I'm hoping.
And then on the invitational piece of that, do you guys have any type of idea when you're going to do that selection process, or if people are interested, should they reach out to you guys, or are you strictly just going to be contacting people who you want to maybe participate?
That's a really good question. I don't have a really good answer to that yet.
You don't have it?
Okay. We've been kind of putting together some of the rules and stuff behind the scenes. Hopefully we'll have something out here in the next couple weeks, and we'll have some kind of selection process, or maybe we'll reach out to people. I don't know. I haven't really thought that far down the sled hill yet. So just the camping thing has really been on the forefront of that, and getting the shows booked and all that kind of stuff. So I know that's part of it. I get it, but I don't know. We'll get it figured out. Just a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as we hear more, we will inform you. Keep you posted on the podcast and share what we know.
Hey everyone, when you think solid fireworks, what brand pops into your head? For a lot of pyro fans and shops, it is Winda. Pyro fans love us because our stuff just works. Retailers love us because customers keep coming back asking, "Hey, you got more of that Winda?" And honestly, we get why they know what works. You will see why when these roll across your screen. For decades, Winda has maintained the same standard. Bright brakes, clean timing, and dependable safety. If you're curious, don't sit on it. Go see why people keep choosing Winda year after year. Check out the full lineup at www.pandafireworks.com. Winda Fireworks, the most reliable fireworks brand.
I think we're at the point we need to get Craig to the final five here.
Final five, yeah.
I think we need to try him out on these questions this time and see who he's got this time around.
Intrigued.
All right, we're gonna start with our final five here, Craig. So first one, bucket list event that you have not yet attended.
Oh man, I got to go to Skywars last year, and that would have definitely been my my go-to of that. And man, what would be on my? And I got to go to NFA. Probably the Sooner Showdown down in Texas.
Okay, all right, cool.
Okay.
All right, favorite fireworks show you have shot or been a part of?
Oh God, jeez. I'm gonna go with a non-PGI show.
Okay.
We used to shoot Milwaukee. It was a 3-barge show. It took 12 techs about 6 or 7 days to set up.
Wow.
Budget was north of 300,000. So it was fun.
Nice.
Yeah. It was an enjoyable show. Met a lot of cool people and get to go out to dinner and hang out at night and stuff. So it was fun.
That's cool. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. If you could only have one, which would you choose? Hand fire or e-fire?
Oh, always e-fire.
Always. Okay. All right.
I used to do a lot of hand fire shows, and I don't know. I actually helped 2 years ago. I helped somebody hand fire a show. They were in desperate need because of cancellation rate and whatever, and then it given me the bulk of the body, and I got done. I was just soaking wet with sweat, and I'm like, this is why I don't do this anymore. Yeah.
All right. Question 4. What is your favorite firework effect?
Rondell.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Absolutely. That's a cool one.
Yep.
And number 5. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Absolutely.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Now we got somebody
now we
finally.
have somebody with some sense.
Yeah. All these people who don't like pineapple on pizza.
I actually had it last night.
Oh, there you go.
It's good.
It is. I know what's wrong. Yeah.
It is.
Oh man. Yeah.
Grilled pineapple is good too. Like people are missing out.
Do you spice it up at all, or you just do a tomato sauce, and pineapple?
Sometimes, well, the kids don't eat Canadian bacon, so I'll do like half Canadian bacon and pineapple, and the other half just pineapple. So
okay. Oh, there you go. Huh?
Yeah. My tip to everybody: try it with barbecue sauce instead of tomato sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And another good way to do it is with pepperonis instead of the ham or Canadian bacon. Yeah, pepperoni and pineapple.
Interesting.
Yeah. Pepperoni and pineapple is a good one, yeah.
I'll have to try
that. You get
that.
That because the pepperoni gets that little bit of that spice, and you got the sweetness of the pineapple, and so the kind of
The kids would like it because the kids like pepperoni, and so I'll have to try that next time. Thank you.
Yeah, do some pepperoni pineapple for them. Yeah, see how they like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spreading that pineapple love.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Oh man, wow, it's been a long one tonight.
It's been a good one.
It was fun.
It's been good.
Yeah,
it was good. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of new information, a lot of surprise information out there.
Yeah,
definitely. I felt like I talked a lot.
No, you're good. Very informative.
Yeah. And get all the questions answered that I had. I mean, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that PGI. There's just a lot of stuff. There's a lot of moving parts with everything going on. So, It's just, I don't know. It's just, I think people would be amazed if they came to a planning meeting, 2 of them, and saw all the logistics of people working together trying to figure out, most of the stuff just doesn't happen because you say it, you got to fencing. Well, somebody's got to put it up and they got to take it down, so just a lot of moving parts and a lot of logistic things to figure out. Down to ice and Gatorade, for God's sakes.
And we are, by the time this episode comes out, you'll be less than 6 months.
Yeah.
Less than 6 months.
Less than 6 months to get there. So
cool.
All right, guys. Hey, well, thanks, Craig, for coming on, and Dan for popping on, and also providing some good information there. And it's great to see you guys tonight, and glad to have you on. It's always a good time.
Yeah.
Always love the support that we get from the PGI, and again, thanks to Craig for you guys for sponsoring the podcast this year, and coming on and answering questions. And I know sometimes not easy questions, and sometimes there's some difficulties to work through, but we're always glad you're here. You're open, you're honest, you're upfront with this, and you always give us everything you can. So we appreciate that.
Thanks, Doug. Try to give everybody what information I can. That's for sure.
Absolutely, guys.
Awesome.
So again, guys, thanks, Craig, coming on, and I know that over the course of the next month or so, we're going to be a little bit sporadic on some episodes, and we'll probably have another 1 or 2 lined up, and then we'll probably take off of most of March for episodes because I'll be out the country most of March. So you'll have some stuff probably at least through the end of February here. But again, guys, in the meantime, go out there and unleash your inner pyro with us.
This has been another episode of Pyro Unleashed. Come back each week for more industry insights, technical tips, and awesome pyro designs. Have fun out there, be safe, and as always, remember to unleash your inner pyro with us.